Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. So this is the poster from before that Maulana Always Dokrat was talking about in terms of the comparative religion course, which will be taking place inshallah in April, on the 4th of April, and all the information which are needed, people require, are on the poster itself. Alhamdulillah, the contact details, the dates, etc., inshallah ta'ala. However, now we move on to the next one, inshallah ta'ala. So we are taking our iftari to Pakistan, alhamdulillah. And joining me on the discussions of celebrating Ramadan in is brother Saifullah. Brother Saifullah, Jazakumullah khair. Welcome to the iftar drive. When we talk about South Africa's Ramadan Mosaic, we see very well that the Pakistani community is a bright and essential tile. From your perspective, what is that one signature tradition that makes a Pakistani Ramadan feel like home, even though you might be 10,000 kilometers away from home right here in South Africa, inshallah?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be a part of Radio Islam and to speak with your listener during this blessed month of Ramadan. I am Saifullah Kuman, Vice President of Pakistan South Africa Association. So when it comes to your point that how it's feel far away from our homeland, even though we are far from our homeland countries, South Africa make us feel at home during Ramadan. This love, respect, and brotherhood we experience here is truly heartwarming.
No, alhamdulillah, most definitely. Myself, alhamdulillah, I was blessed to visit Pakistan when I had to go for my 4 months after qualifying at the madrasa, alhamdulillah. And I can say there's a very rich, can call it community, and also when it comes to the food, mashallah, tabarakallah. Now we know very much that food is the language of love during the iftar, and we see that in South Africa we have our bakoras, we have the fruit chart, we have the ruh afza becoming staples across South African Muslim homes. Now, how has the Pakistani culinary influence shaped the way South Africans break their fast?
Ramadan in Pakistan is also very vibrant with a large family gatherings and traditional food. In South Africa, while it's maybe slightly different, the spiritual atmosphere and unity are equally strong and inspiring.
No, mashallah, tabarakallah. And we also find that in Pakistan, the Ramadan transmission at and the bustling night markets are a legendary. How do you then how do you and the association work to recreate such a sense of ronak, which is known as the liveliness or brightness for the community here in South Africa?
As a Pakistani South Africa Association, our goal is to strengthen unity, support the community, and build a bridge between nations. Ramadan is a perfect time to promote these values of compassion, charity, and togetherness.
And are there places where a Pakistani native who's now here in South Africa can go and experience that feel of home once again and not having to feel the sense of nostalgia, whereby they can celebrate with fellow countrymen and having to also indulge in the meals which are found in Pakistan, inshallah?
Yes, of course. We all the our Pakistani community nowadays. A lot of families are living together here, so they are preparing the food, the same culture as Pakistanis and our Indian style food.
Alhamdulillah. And we also know very well that in Fortsburg we have the restaurants which help with the beautiful Pakistani cuisines, Lal Killa, etc., where people can go and actually have to, alhamdulillah, have a taste of Pakistan, mashallah, tabarakallah. You spoke about the community connection also, and we know that the Pakistani community is very strong together. Now, how have you also seen the community's traditions evolve as they've blended with South African, maybe local Cape Malay or Indian Muslim customs?
Is if you see and if you know the community, it was together Pakistan and India, Bangladesh. So from the back home, actually, it's the same things. But when you especially talking about foods, it's almost the same. Is the same food that what we do. And then definitely, Alhamdulillah, in South Africa, there's a lot of restaurants. The question that we can have a good, tasty food, especially for a month of Ramadan. It's also prepared accordingly to the month of Ramadan, such as iftars and all that, you know.
No, Alhamdulillah, most definitely. And just
Alhamdulillah.
so a couple of days ago, there was a revered brother who was speaking about that he just tasted the gosh, and he loved it very well, mashallah. So this is what we're talking about: the communities coming together and having to share a sense of each other and where we can take from each other, inshallah ta'ala. Brother Saifullah, inshallah, right now we'll be taking a break, inshallah ta'ala. And when we come back, inshallah, we'll be discussing more about the Pakistani community traditions, which we want to see carrying on, more specifically when it comes to the youth, the future of our nations, inshallah ta'ala. So let's take a break, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll be back.
Inshallah.
With Ashraful Aid this Ramadan, your zakat changes lives. It feeds families facing hunger, restores dignity to those in need, and brings hope where it is needed most. From food relief to essential support, your zakah reaches communities with care, transparency, and impact. Give with confidence, give with trust. Make your zakah count this Ramadan. Give your zakah to Ashraful Aid and help change lives today.
Desurimin
Salam Media, your spiritual companion this Ramadan.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. If you're just joining us right now, where we're discussing the Pakistani community traditions in Ramadan, more specifically for those who are staying here in South Africa. And alhamdulillah, we are joined by Brother Saifullah, who's taking us through the points which we need to understand in order to keep in mind what is a normal Pakistani celebration of the month of Ramadan. Brother Saifullah, before we went on break, we spoke about the tradition, the communities, and obviously the food, which is generally partaken by the Pakistani communities. Now, looking at the youth born in South Africa to Pakistani parents, Ramadan becomes their primary link to their heritage. Now, how is the Pakistan South Africa Association ensuring that these sacred traditions are not lost in the translation, inshallah?
Uh, well, as a Pakistani South Africa Association, as I said, is our goal is to strengthen unity, support the community, and build bridge between nations. Ramadan is a perfect time to promote these values of compassion, charity, and togetherness. When we're talking about our youth, we have our children in South Africa. Actually, they are learning from us that how we are behaving representing as Muslims, So they, of course, they're going to learn from us.
No, Alhamdulillah, most definitely. And you'd see also
Alhamdulillah.
the beauty of keeping the traditions alive. Also, the parents will be teaching the children the languages also from home so that they can keep that beautiful aspect of the culture. I was taught in one school where it was predominantly children who came from Pakistani homes, and you would see that the live the aspect of language is very held in very high esteem, mashallah, tabarakallah. Now, in terms
MashaAllah,
of the
definitely.
mosque culture, Pakistan run masjids and community centers are known for their hospitality, mashallah, taking care of the guests. The ikram al-dayf, the point of hadith comes into play, the mehman of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What role do these centers then play during the last 10 nights of i'tikaf and hosting the travelers during the month of Ramadan, inshallah?
Well, to be very honest with you, when you compare South Africa to the different countries such as Europe and America, if we can say, it's a totally different, and I really like it, and I would like to present and talk to your listener that Alhamdulillah, Summa Alhamdulillah, we are in South Africa. There's where is all the opportunities, especially as a Muslim, is available. The masjids are here, masajid, madras, and even we are fully free. And wherever we want to go to the masjid, is not such a big different than Pakistan and compared to South Africa. Also, there's a lot of ikram here. There's a lot of respect here. There's a lot of the people. They are in the last Ashra of Ramadan. They're going to be in itkaf and all that. So is a of course is the same things. It's not a very big, huge difference. I can put it like that. And lucky in South Africa, uh, there's everything is possible. Like such as if we want to perform a 5 time salat, we have nearby all the masjid masalas, and we are fully free to go. And these kind of things is not available all over the world, especially into the non-Muslim countries. So I think all this credit goes to our ulama ikrams and all the people who are really working with our Islams and the path of Allah and all that.
Mm, indeed, indeed. And I think the spirit of
Indeed.
South Africa is Ubuntu, which means togetherness, where we see our communities always work with each other on that point. And also, then looking at another point regarding the Pakistani community is that they are very incredibly entrepreneurial and by extension become very charitable. Mashallah, you just spoke about the point of Ikram, and it comes also in the point of being charitable, giving a lot of charity. Now, could you share some of the specific khidmat services projects that the association is spearheading this beautiful month of Ramadan to help those who have nothing in South Africa, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah, Pakistan South Africa Association not only in Ramadans, through the year, we also help our community, such as schools if they need any kind of unable peoples, the old people, they need any kind of foods, hampers, is all across the border, like all over in South Africa. We have 17 chapters there where our provincial level, district level, we have teams that they are providing wherever, whatever kind of help they need it in to our communities. No matter they are Muslim or they are non-Muslim, as long we are in South Africa, so we are trying our level best. It was before yesterday. We was in the school. We donate about I think 20,000 rent into the schools. So wherever that we feel like we need to do it or we are invited, we definitely participate and we contribute as a Pakistan South
Mashallah.
Africa Association.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. That's a beautiful work, and we would like to see more of it, and more people coming together and making it easier so that the diversity of South Africa can be seen from this. And actually, leading me to the next question, inshallah, is that in a country such as South Africa, where we see diversity at its peak, Ramadan becomes a great equalizer, meaning everyone comes together from different walks of life. Now, on that point, how does the Pakistani community use this month to bridge or build bridges with other South African communities, both Muslim and non-Muslim, adding on to the points we were just sharing regarding the charity with the schools? What other ways or other means is the association working together with the local community, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, inshallah?
Definitely, for example, if we contribute to the schools, all right. So there is a about 80-90%, 80% there is a non-Muslim community where
Mm.
there were South African children. They are studying, they are learning. Even into the madrasas, there's a lot of children that we are contributing. As I said, as a Pakistani Pakistan South Africa Association, we are building a bridge definitely between our community and the South African community. Uh, Definitely, there are a lot of people wherever there's a problems, wherever this and that we can help. We are helping. If I can mention, I think it's gonna be a lot more. But just together we can say we are participating, and definitely we are playing our positive role into our community and to the South African community wherever we can bring them together.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Now, before I go to my last point, I just wanted to ask this question. I think everyone who's from the Pakistani community would understand this. Then, is an iftar legal without ruh afza? Can you hear me, brother Saifullah?
Is a legal with the is a legal is without a roof of law. That is our traditional. You can say our roof of law is like a traditional drink.
Gee.
So that's why we feel. Yeah, that's why we feel to have it. It's not that it must be compulsory. You know that.
Oh, mashallah, tabarakallah. And then lastly, inshallah, our closing moment, we're looking at that now we are heading into the iftar for today, inshallah ta'ala. What is a one message that you would like to leave the South African Muslim community regarding the spirit of unity and the beauty of our shared culture and shared traditions in this beautiful month of Ramadan, inshallah?
My message to all listener is to make the most of the blessed month, focus on our abadat, help those in need, and strengthen our unity as an ummah. May Allah accept all our fast prayers and good deed that we have done in month of Ramadan.
Mm, Most definitely. Jazakumullah khaira to Brother Saifullah for such a beautiful overview of how the Pakistani community is playing a role in our community in South Africa. Once again, we always pride ourselves in South Africa on living on the points of Ubuntu, which is one of the main aspects that Utata Mandela used to live upon, that umtu ngumtu ngabantu, that we are because you are. So we are one community, obviously, under the flag of Islam, alhamdulillah. And we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does take the Pakistani South African association from strength to strength, so that you can build better bridges, stronger bridges and connections, inshallah, with the local community as well. Ameen.
Jazakallah khair, and thank you once again for the opportunity. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, that was our brother Saifullah taking us through the moments and the points of how the Pakistani South African Association is dealing with the local community and making it a stronger bond, inshallah, for the future, and other aspects in terms of Ramadan. Now, for those who don't know, Ruh Afza is a red drink, which is a traditional drink in the Pakistani community. And some people believe that your iftar is not made until you drink the Ruh Afza, inshallah. Anyhow, we're moving on to our break. Just before we get to the spiritual hour tonight, I just have a clip of Maulana Ali Abdullah Mwimbe from his Jum'ah last week, and is very relevant for our points in a time, inshallah ta'ala. Maulana is not in good health 100%, just making dua that he recovers soon, inshallah, so they can be with us live on one of the days, inshallah. But let's take a break, and after the break, inshallah, we'll go through the clip of Maulana Ali Mwimbe, inshallah.